Hey guys. um, so as you know, I've been getting stuck at Crazy Stone 6 Dawn. It's like a brick wall. I'm trying to get through the fears and the old habits. And I'm in the middle of a game that is absolutely full of a lot of interesting things. So it's not done, but I thought it'd be good to take a look at. So that's what we're doing. Here we go. I'm the Whitestones. Regular stuff. I'm going to hit 3/3 every time in this case. Here, as always, if A is Sente for me, I'm going to do it. Or if black A is awfully big, I'm going to do it. So we check that out real quick. If we play and he ignores, boom, boom, nothing works here. Nothing. He plays away. Yeah, so that's not anything. And if black plays it, it's also nothing. It's not big at all. So in this case, we don't play the extra move. Lots of interesting places to go next. The board is really ripe to do things. So these 4 moves, let's get rid of A and put that here. B's nice. Take a corner, let him have his little wall thing, but it's easy to deal with. So B's a good idea. C's a bit classic. Build your own moil. Black doesn't want us doing this, right? Ours is bigger than his. So we kind of take control of the board that way. That's possible. Just A, very pretty. I chose E just because I like corners. He comes in. Yeah, I could play this way. Yep. And now it's my move, right? Sure, I could play this way. I don't like playing that way. I thought it's awfully clear that he wants center. And I've recently gone over this at length with a pro. And he says, oh, just play here, but stop the moil. And I never liked this Jaceki. But he says, that's great. It's not a problem. Yeah, you give black some points, but you remove the moil. So I've been playing this significantly more than I have in the last 45 years and getting reacquainted with all the twists and turns. Now, there's a couple choices. Fix, 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 don't fix, don't fix. Let's go through them. Nice shape. We're seeing some eye shape here presenting itself. Also, in the future of, another 50, 75 moves, this shortage of liberties could well have meaning. So I used up a liberty that could be useful in the future versus this move, no eyes, but thick to the center. Yeah, but it is kind of stick-like. But on the right board, that's the right one. Or just make some very obvious shape. Okay, so those are the 3 shape moves. Then you got this guy. We see it as Sente, and then walk away. If black tries to do something in the center, we'll be able to fight well. So we get Sente. And then there's this one, also considered Sente. And then we walk away. This one looks best to me. I didn't play it because, well, what if black plays it this way? This bothers me a lot more. because now black can come in at A, B, C, anything. Everything starts looking good for him. If I thought he was going to play at A, I would do it. I would play this way, but he could play the other one, and it bothers me. Okay. I decided, since the whole purpose was to negate his area 1 moil, just settle in the center, no problems, and his area 1 is now difficult and not half the size it was going to be. And this is very much not my style, and I thought, well, let's just go this way. Okay, so I think we're caught up to here. He comes up. Yeah, he doesn't like me pushing there. True. Oh, as a matter of fact, wouldn't that be pleasant? Let's take a look at that. Kind of pretty. I'm strong with a great wall. So he negates that. I didn't see anything to do here. Is he attacking me? Well, in a literal sense, I used to be able to go to the left. Now I can't go to the left. But I can run. There's millions of other things I can do. I counted them, literally millions. 2,500,000. No, just joking. Nothing to do, and we're still in the early opening. There's one last move, the early wide open spaces. So I took it. Come up. Okay. I would have a hard time playing A. I'd have a hard time playing B. But breaking white like this, black B, how many points did black create? 0. How many points did black A create? 0. Okay, that's why it's hard for me to play those black moves. I'm not doing anything, and it's white weak in the center. I'm a little hard pressed to say that he's weak, although white is starting to feel it. It's a little interesting that all my C moves to settle in the center got me near 0 points. Now he's playing A and B, which is near 0 points. So it's equaling out. I go ahead. I need moves here. Yeah. Let's check it out. Well, let's go this way. Boom, boom, attack. Well, there's a vital point at A, contact moves at B. There's no points in there. And is black going to be safe? Oh, yeah. He just runs out. There's no problems. He's safe. So I'm not doing anything. How about this one? Clear attack. He can no longer go that direction. But it's not a forcing move. He could ignore this and say something. And it's hard to kill that stone, right? Ooh, I'm going to get you. Out I go. And it's not like it's easy to attack with black nearby. I'm unsure exactly how many points I have in the corner, so I don't like that. Get out, but that forces him to get stronger, right? I asked him to settle, and I've got a cut here and everything. So what? So walk away. What about your upper left corner? Well, I'm not going to die. I'm going to have a corner. Now I have 2. This white move is the result of my lessons with Chris. Me picking away at don't be afraid. Because when black plays here, notice my entire A group is now behind enemy lines. And my position is wide open. So you can see the old me, I'm concerned. Well, you're not going to die. Well, that's true. Well, and play away. Okay. That's a big move. Boom. A couple of decisions here. Corner first makes sense. Threaten the stone makes sense. Save without. This also saves, but notice black gets a great move. In Sente. Uh-oh. Yeah. So save this way. Okay, sure. You got a little something going on. That's fine. And should I be getting out or should I be living? Generally, we think of getting out first. But I thought if I played this way, see the vital point here? All of a sudden, black only has one eye. That really appealed to me. See that's two wasted moves. It's a real clump here, an inefficient clump. And I'm unconditionally alive. All those things encourage me to play this way. I don't know right or wrong here. Let's briefly look at the more normal idea would be run before living. How about we run out? I'm out. I'm out. But my whole group still only has one eye. And he has Sente. I just felt a lot better about life here. Okay, black played this way. This is something of an unusual move. A is generally seen as bad for points. Fifth line is full of gaps and holes, and points aren't easy. But he's being aggressive coming after me. Now, I was ready to play away here. And this is another move that my lessons with Chris have really helped. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm fine. If he attacks, I'll be fine. And that's true. And there's been half a dozen games this last couple months where I'm like, that's what I do, is I play away. And my work with him, it's like, well, uh, his black move here is Sente, and he's growing greatness. Now, I know this is obvious. And once I see it, it's obvious. But I've been fighting these fears and bad habits. And this is an example where, oh, that's right. Grow me, reduce him. I'm getting health, he's getting reduced. So I played it. He plays here. This is him saying, my black group with that vital point, it's uncomfortable. Okay, good. I think that's a good move. Looks kind of small, doesn't it? But it also looks kind of necessary. Where to next? I thought here, this is a very deep move. Deep in the sense of now I can think about A, my invasions around B are more powerful. Living at C makes the entire black group smaller. If I don't play it, he's back to having a big area. So I thought this was a strong, living, invading move. I could be wrong. I got Incente. Okay. He just said, I want area 1. So out of habit, I say, you better take it. Now, maybe that's premature of me. Seeing the rest of the game, I'm kind of thinking it was. What if I just say, I'll keep helping my group. This is just better. So it was a bad habit of mine. This helps. My group got in trouble. This helps it a lot and is deeper in the heart of his stuff. And just for fun, let's have him play this. I'm going to respond here. He has to do his move. And it's my Sente. I'm alive. I mean, I got all that and it's still my move. Great. Feeling good. But he ignores. Okay, I had certain decisions here. I decided I'd be able to kill. So I went for the kill. And here we have another one of these. See how he's growing a large center? And I'm feeling like my eyes are leaving quickly. So here again, I was questioning here versus one tighter. And I go, I don't need to be that tight here. So I'm creating some points, stopping him from doing whatever. Gosh, he can do so many things here. So that's kind of a better me from the last couple of months. And then do my invasion. It seemed if I don't get this in, then he was never punished. And this is pretty darn big. Sorry. In. Ooh, I'm feeling good. Takes the corner. Now, this move, I can no longer live in the corner. All of a sudden, the cut at A, he's going to push and cut. Well, what do you call that? A peep, I guess. Along with the B, I'm getting weak here. I thought I'm not about to play this in Gote. I'm tempted because it's big. I have a next move. It might be worthwhile. But that means we exchanged B for A. B is way better than A. So I went ahead and I kept going here. It's pretty big. So now there's cuts. I have the next A going on. Okay. 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 Some reading here. We got some reading. Okay. This A has become a thing. Let's check it out. Boom. Let's assume boom. 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 Double Atari. Okay. Save. Capture. And at this point, I can ignore and play away. If he tries the cut, it's Atari, and I get to kill something. So I'm thinking, okay, things are doing all right. I thought I needed this first. Because let's check it out. Let's do the same thing. This is no longer Atari, right? So I can actually keep going in. So I did that first. It helps my position. And I don't see that it helps his. And now I have a one-eyed group. Just one eye. Now, I thought I'd be okay. But he's going to press and press. I thought, well, this gives me two eyes. And if he doesn't respond, that's not small, which he agreed with and he played here. Okay, so this is the end of where I am. You can see there's just a lot of questions, so many details. And I'm just, okay. So let's count. And we're going to count the way I do it, which I don't suggest anyone else do. But just to let you know how I do it. I remember when I was 1Q, 1 Don, I played a 5 Don in a game. And at one point, he counted out loud. And it was tremendously helpful because I didn't know how to count. I didn't even know what it meant. How do you count? So when he did it and he used his finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm like, oh, you mean you count? Anyway, so let's count. And we'll do it my way. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 areas. Now, can you see up here? Okay. 1 equals. Okay, this is what I do when I'm playing a slow game. So there's no clock going. If it's clock, I do it much, much faster. But I want real clarity, I spend time. Area 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Exactly 10, right? Because I captured 5 as a capture, that's worth 1 point. Not 2, because then I have to fill it in eventually. That's 1 point. And that 5 is worth 1 point. So 10 altogether. 1 equals 10. 2 equals, how many points there? I think there might be a hidden point around 5. I'd say 3. I'm afraid there's only 2, but I'm going to say 3. Oh, well, no, we're adding this 5 area too. So 3, possibly 4, but 3, right? Okay. 2 equals 3. 3 equals. Now check out. Let's have him throw in and play here. I'm on the wrong button. I hate when that happens. Let's have him throw. Just a second, pass, throw in here. That's a real lie. If that's a real lie, then that's, come back. These are all real points. See what I'm saying? If it was a false lie, none of those are points, but it's a real lie. Okay. So, area 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 14. 3 equals 14. 4 equals 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 20, a big 20. Big 20. 4 equals 20. Homie equals 6. Total equals. You see what I'm doing? Now, if you have time, this is going to help you learn how to count, you do this a bunch of times, pretty soon you start doing it in your head and you get a good idea about things. Okay, total is, and I count, I add so terrible, 10, 27, 37, 47, 53, 53. Now, if I have an actual opponent, I'd say, check my math. I've done this so many times. Okay. 20, 30, 40, 53. Okay. Now, black has A, B, C, D. I'm going to say virtually nothing at D because whatever he does, it's a whole move and he's open on both sides. Very hard. We might give him a little bit in area E. A little bit of thickness there. Okay, so we'll call that an area. And the top E. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. A equals 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. White's weak there. 12. B equals Blackstones. Let's put Blackstones here. We'll put them there. Okay. Black in area B, black has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. B, 22. C equals. Really weak here. A whole bunch of weak spots. So let's assume a Blackstone here, right? White pushes, black defends. White pushes, defend, push, defend. Push, defend, defend, defend. Black, black. So Blackstone here. So inside there, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. And then D, 17, 18. We'll go with 18. Which is D. And then E. E. C equals C and D. I added a point or two for D. E equals 2, 4, 6. Considering everything, let's go to 8. Total equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 52, 60. 60? Count that again. 30, 40, 50, 60. Oh, but black has an extra move on the board. So we'd have to put a white stone down for value. So as it is, it looks like my move needs to be worth 7.5 points, which is quite reasonable. So in my mind, the game's even. Me having Sente has a lot to do with that, right? If I didn't have, if there wasn't stuff to do, then it's like, well, black's a little bit ahead. But I'm going to pass so we get a clean board. White A. I'm going to rip off his corner if he doesn't answer that. If I play, now we're going to be looking at plans. Once I get on the right button. Let's just, we're just looking at something here. I can play here now. If he comes down, he has no answer to this. Something dies. Okay, so I'm aiming at that spot. When I push at C, there's a cut at D, which is not insignificant. Especially when I start playing around the D area, those cuts are really going to start coming into play. I'm concerned about him getting the E area because I have a cut there. So all these plays, okay, which one's biggest? Where do I start my Sente? How can I get the most out of the next string of moves? So it's either even or black's a little bit ahead, but the game's not over, at least in my mind. Stronger player might go, oh, no, game's over. Okay, great. I'm not against that, but I'm not quite seeing it. Okay, guys, I hope that was useful. Catch y'all later.